Hey everyone, back at it again. This is the third assignment for week 3, so week 3, phase 3. Today we're going to be focusing on haikus, writing your own haiku. I'm going to underline that. Beep. During this assignment, we'll be learning what makes a haiku unique and how they are structured. We will start with some background information on haikus and then we'll construct our own. So I'm going to guide you through how to write one, some examples of them, and then we're going to write our own. Nothing too crazy, don't freak out. So step 1. Oh no, I'm not. Watch YouTube video for basic information. Here's a hyperlink. This guy is showing you like just the fundamental stuff on how to do it. I could have made my own, but this is already here, so why not use it? So watch this to help walk you through the steps and just like the basic information about haikus. How to get off that. Step 2. Underline. Read these 3 different haikus. These are just 3 different haikus that I pulled from the internet. The Old Pawn, Haiku for You, and A Poppy's Bloom. And they may seem sort of nonsensical as you read them. You're just like, Mr. T, these don't make sense. There's not really much to it. Just read through it a couple of times, okay? And as you read, start to construct a mental image or see how they make you feel when you read them, or just any reaction you have to these haikus, which is what step 3 is. Reflect. Take a second and reflect on these poems. Try to create mental pictures while reading these poems. Notice how the poems make you feel as you read them. I feel like there's an extra space right there. So yeah, read these, sort of connect with them, stuff like that. And then remember, goes on to the next page. I'll underline step 3 too. On to the next page. Step 4, last step. Let's create your own haiku. Write a haiku about your favorite place. So our subject is going to be this right here. Your favorite place. I chose to write about my backyard because it's one of my favorite places. But remember these rules about a haiku. First line is 5 syllables, next line is 7 syllables, and the last one is 5. So 5, 7, 5. And a syllable is each part of a word. So let's see. Dinosaur. That's 3 syllables. Dino is 2. Dog, 1. So you only have to make one movement to make the sound. So let's break down Mr. T's poem real quick. Backyard. That's 2 syllables, right? So my title is Backyard, but don't worry about that. I see the grass grow. I see the grass grow. 5 syllables. The dogs race around the yard. 7 syllables. Forgot to highlight that little bit right there. Oh, it's a different color. Who cares? My simple backyard. 5 syllables. So make sure as you're writing it, you're sort of saying it out loud and seeing how many syllables are in each word. And a good trick is to like hold your hand underneath your chin, and every time your chin touches your hand is a syllable. So dog, that's 1 syllable. Dinosaur, there's 3 syllables. Okay, I just use the same example, but you get the gist of it. Make sure to count your syllables and structure it. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Do your best. Sometimes they seem like they don't make any sense, but it's what the writer feels is necessary to write down. Like, this is my favorite place. It's my backyard. I see the grass grow. Do I really see the grass grow? No, but it's what, I don't know, made sense to me as I was writing about my backyard. So take your time, think of your favorite place, and then write a simple haiku. Start down here somewhere. And make sure when you're writing it, to hit this center thing right here and have it, centered in the middle. That's like the traditional style for a haiku. Again, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to holler at me. You can comment on Google Classroom, I'll respond, email, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, any way you can get hold of me. So there we go. Bye, y'all.